Welcome to Fanboy and a Snob. We watched Evil Dead 2. I'm Chad.
Chris.
I'm Andrew.
That's Ash.
There we go.
I'm all right.
You don't think so?
There's something out there. Lives out in those woods. In the dark. Something that's come back from the dead. Groovy. Swallow this.
Evil Dead 2.
So we watched the second Evil Dead because Chad wanted to.
My favorite movie.
So basically now Chad is not allowed to pick a movie for a couple months?
No.
Yeah. You get 2 in a row on the same day. You're done for a while.
We could watch Army of Darkness. I really think he'd like Army of Darkness way better.
It is like in terms of, I don't know, the first one is really, really good now. Look, I actually, now that I've watched them back to back, prefer the first one to the second one.
That's why I asked you. I'm like, when was the last time you saw the first
But the
movie?
second one is a better movie.
Yeah.
Second one's a way better movie. It's a way better plot. It's a way better plot.
It's like the same plot.
But it adds more.
Yeah. I do like the Deadite work in the first movie better.
Way better.
You know, the makeup and everything.
And it felt more like a horror movie, whereas this one was like a fun action goof.
Yeah, Sam Raimi definitely was like...
What do you think, Andrew? How do you feel about the second one?
I definitely think it was better than the first one, but holy fuck, this was a weird movie. like, the first one had really bad acting. This one had over-the-top acting.
Yeah.
Everyone really over the top.
Dramatic. But Bobby Jean was so fucking... Bobby Jean.
Bobby Joe!
She was so hot.
Not only that, but when Bruce Campbell's character, just like when he's like spinning around,
When he's going insane.
Yeah.
When he's laughing with the lamp.
Yeah.
It's funny, like I hadn't seen this movie before, but that shot of him when he turns and looks at the camera smiling,
Yeah.
I've seen that so many times. And there's like a car forum that I go to, and that's one of the guy's avatars, and I never knew what that was from.
It's a really popular reaction GIF and image that people use when they want to be like clown world, you know, like just going with the insanity.
The way they did the one-liners in this, awesome. Then when you get to Army of Darkness, it's like amped up 100.
Yeah, you can definitely see Sam Raimi's like, I don't want to say growth, but the way he he changed over time, and it's super obvious in this series of films.
Yeah.
Like the second one, you can just be like, "That's young Sam Raimi shot," and then you can be like, "Ooh, that's a new Sam Raimi shot," you know. And like his experimentation with one-liners in this movie.
Yeah.
But he wrote and directed the first one. He had a writing partner on this one.
Yeah, and Bruce Campbell improv a lot of the one-liners too.
Oh, you can tell.
Yeah.
A lot of this movie, even in the first one, I bet a lot of the dialogue was improv.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's just screaming. Yeah.
So, do you actually like this movie, Andrew? Opposed to you hating the first one?
Well, you didn't hate.
I didn't hate the first one. Jesus Christ, Chad. No, I definitely like this one better than the first one.
Would you watch this again?
Probably, yeah.
This is a good background movie.
I watch this at least once or twice a year.
This is your once or twice a year movie?
Yeah.
I like if this is on TV, I will sit down and watch it. If I had like some project to do or something, I would, and I needed like 4 hours of films to play, I might put this in the middle just so I can be like, oh yeah, that scene, you know, and then go back to doing whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, I love the way they did Ash in this movie, because in the first one, they made him the wuss, then he kind of became the...
Yeah, it's by the third concussion that he becomes Action Man, you know? It's the one where he gets thrown against the stone wall that he finally like snaps to.
I love how they made him like, they show the craziness going on when he's in this cabin all excluded by himself and everything.
Yeah, every time something crazy happens, he wakes back up in the chair.
The fucking deer head.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
The stop motion in this one was cool too. How they did all that.
Yeah, the claymation was again super obvious, but I don't mind.
Sam Raimi's just, I feel like, a master at this stuff. I want to see him do like another horror movie that has nothing to do with Evil Dead.
Give him a horror movie.
This was a fucking hard R horror movie. Because Drag Me to Hell was a good movie, but it was PG-13.
I wouldn't mind seeing Sam Raimi do like a kung fu film with Jackie Chan. Not acting, Jackie Chan's directing the kung fu.
That'd be cool.
Then Sam Raimi's like, all right, let's do some interesting camera work. And then get like Brian De Palma to direct it. Because he'll do something weird. And then get...
Is Brian De Palma still alive?
I don't know. Probably not.
Is he, Andrew?
Who?
Brian De Palma.
Oh, ooh, let's find out.
And then get I don't know, Scorsese to write it, I guess. So it's a mafia flick.
Let's get James Gunn to write.
He is still alive. He's 81 though.
All right, we'll get him to direct. There we go. All right, let's contact our people.
You need to have the helmet.
Yeah. And it'll star James Cameron.
You're just gonna fucking do it, James Cameron. You're gonna like it.
Do it, dude. What's next? You gotta act now. You've done everything else. Get the fuck in front of that camera.
So I didn't realize this, but I'm kind of reading about Evil Dead 2, and apparently this movie was a big inspiration for Doom, the series, the PC game.
Oh, dude, it's obvious.
With the chainsaw.
Well, yeah. I kind of, when I saw the chainsaw and everything, I was just like, immediately, my mind went to Doom, but I was like, nah, there's no way. And I was like, oh, there it is.
And then the whole idea with like idiots accidentally open up a portal to hell, and you're like the one dude who's like, I can. Even Doom guys, he's got a sawed-off shotgun and a chainsaw. Those are his iconic weapon. I believe on the cover he has his shotgun, right?
Well, it's not a sawed-off shotgun. He gets in Doom 2. He has two shotguns. He has a regular shotgun and then the double-barrel shotgun.
Yeah, the double-barreled or the super shotgun.
Duke
right?
Nukem's another game that takes a lot from.
Duke Nukem took Ash's one-liners to the next
groovy.
level. Eat shit and die.
Hail to the king.
They took.
I don't got time to play with myself.
They shake it, baby. Right.
Well, they also get the whole. I'm here to chew bubble and kick ass.
That's They
from
Live.
They Live. Yeah, they say that in Duke Nukem too.
Duke Nukem is like a combination of Ash and Roddy
Roddy
Piper
Piper.
from They Live. Yeah, again, this is another movie where you're like, oh, I've seen that parodied 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
You know?
I love the chase scene when he's getting chased through the house and it's just Sam Raimi chasing him with the camera.
Yeah. And he's
Imagine like the people having to carry the wires and stuff.
But also there's scenes during the chase scene where you can see him pause so Sam can catch up.
Yeah.
But I did like where he couldn't get the door open on the first shot, but he was still running, so he just momentumed through it. I thought that
I love when he goes through the crawl space too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's not gonna follow him in there. Oh, he did.
Nope. And then you gotta think, Bruce Campbell's character has never been in that crawl space. For all he knows, it leads to a dead end, you know? And the way he's like navigating through it, like, it looked very realistic.
Bruce Campbell has the best facial reactions and all that stuff.
Bruce, it's like what we were saying earlier, like, he's the best, like, B actor ever, I guess.
Yeah.
Like him and Nicolas Cage.
Oh, imagine a movie of him and Nicolas Cage.
Just trying to over exaggerate each other too. Leaving Las Vegas too.
Bruce could do it.
No, it's Bruce, and then Nicolas Cage gets resurrected by a deadite, and then they try to outdrink each other to death.
Dead Vegas. Evil Dead
And
Vegas.
Elizabeth Shue is still there, and she's just like, oh,
Been prostituting this whole time.
fuck.
So according to Wikipedia, this movie is really supposed to be a direct sequel to the first, and it's supposed to be a continuation of where the beginning is a recap of where the
Yeah.
first.
Yeah,
one
oh
went.
yeah.
That's
I
what
just find it odd that they don't even mention the other people in the cabin.
That's I brought that
Well, that's
up
what I was saying. It's kind of a remake sequel, like
Because-
a 5-minute remake.
because the scene where the mother pops up from the cellar and is like regular, and she's singing that
Hush
lullaby.
the baby.
Yeah, and you see the girl like start buying it, but then Bruce Campbell's like, no, this is fake. And I was
I
like,
love the look he gives her too. He's like, no.
but I was like, yo, you don't know that yet because he didn't go through it in the recap, so he would know that. But the recap was just there because
Yeah, but to be fair, his girlfriend, when he put the head in the vice, did it.
Yeah, but this is, I don't know. It's also 6 years apart,
Yeah.
So imagine like seeing one movie, and this is back before you could just stream shit whenever you wanted. Seeing one movie once, then 6 years later the
Well, that's
sequel
the
comes
thing.
out.
Not a lot of people saw the first one, so they're like, all right, well, we want to make a sequel. We want
Just
people to know what the fuck's going on.
Recap it as quick as
Yeah.
possible. Because if it just started with him flying through the trees, everyone would be like, "The hell's happening?"
I do love how the first movie though, how like the Deadites and everything were way better.
Yeah.
They were way creepier. I didn't like the prosthetics they put on the faces in the second one as much.
Yeah, the second one, that claymation long neck monster.
Yeah, I could have done without that.
Yeah. But I do like how it further proved my point that this movie's secretly about Christians. So, power of Christ saved him. Yeah. Remember? He looked at the sun. Jesus, God makes the sun rise. Everyone knows that.
The Deadites just can't be in the sunlight.
Because God made it that way.
We'll talk about how Ash gets possessed twice in this movie.
He uses Jesus and love.
It just shows he has the will.
But Jesus is love, so he used Jesus and Jesus.
God, I hate you. It's just so funny that like the dumbest character has the best willpower to take over his body back and everything.
If you're gonna be dumb, you better be tough. Isn't that how that song goes?
I remember there was a thing going on a while ago that was like Ash.
What? Say that sentence one more time.
Yeah. I remember there was a thing a while ago where they were just like, Ash is too dumb to be taken over.
Yeah.
I think that would fit more of Ash or
It's
Steve
like
dead.
Fry in Futurama with the delta wave brain variant that only some inanimate objects and Fry share. God damn.
But of action heroes, Andrew, what would you rank him?
Yeah, where is he in the pantheon?
Look at this.
Of like all action heroes,
Or the ones you like.
probably. I don't know. I could think of a lot of really good action heroes. I'd put him somewhere in the middle, probably.
I'd put him upper top.
I put him in. He's my favorite.
He's a great action. This design is amazing. Chainsaw fist, fucking sawed-off shotgun. Dude's all cut up and bruised. He had to cut his own hand off.
Yeah.
And then fight it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the scene when he cuts his hand off was awesome. He just
Yeah.
starts with his mouth, cuts it off, blood.
How about the hand walking around and just like laughing at him the whole time, making
Yeah.
like Muppet sounds?
This is the scene when the hand's like fucking with him, and he just goes to the wall and he's like, listen, he's like,
I like that he made his ear twitch for that scene.
yeah.
That's like weird to do. I don't know how he did it.
Then the fucking blood gushes out the wall on him. That was a lot of blood.
You said this movie uses a lot of blood, and I was like, no way it uses more than Shining. And then I was like, okay.
Yeah. No, this movie I'm pretty sure holds the record for most blood used in a movie.
When the guy's getting dragged into the cellar head first, and they just turn on a fire hose in that chick's face. Like, holy
The blood
shit.
did look way better in the first movie too.
Because it was, like I said, it was like cornstarch water.
Yeah, there was a thing that happened in those years where blood movies kind of they said they had to look faker or something stupid like that.
For it to be like to read
Rated R.
for it to read as blood on old cameras, it had to move slower. So they would thicken the fuck out of it and make it like syrup coming out of your body. Yeah. But then when his cameras got better, they were like, why don't we just add red food coloring to water? And then that doesn't look like blood because we've been trained to think blood looks like that, you know?
It's like the blood and like Dawn of the Dead and stuff. That looked really bad. It had like the kind of orangey, pinky tint to it.
I watched the Raid Redemption, the uncut version. All the blood was CGI. And like, even though the kung fu is awesome in that movie, I was like, a couple scenes where it just like, a couple machete like slices to the face and the CGI blood comes out.
So what did you not like about this movie, Andrew? Let's get some criticisms, because I don't have any.
Some of the over-the-top acting was a bit much. I get it. It's kind of trying to go for like a half horror, half comedy type thing. But in some cases, it was just a little bit too much for me. But yeah.
That's your only critique, really? I'll agree. Yeah, the over the top stupid acting was a little much.
See, I love that.
But it's Bruce's charm.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell was perfect for what was going on.
Yeah.
Because remember, his character went insane.
Papa Joe.
Like, remember, he's laughing in the house. Imagine walking up to the cabin and seeing all the windows boarded and just hearing a man laughing maniacally, and then when you knock on the door, he shoots through the door.
And the best thing about these movies is back then, like the scene when he's doing the laughing, all of a sudden, then all of a sudden, you just
Yeah.
That didn't happen in a lot of movies back then, so it kind of caught a lot of people off guard. That
They
was a
call
good.
it jarring.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool scene transitions. Like the one where the head is rolling and it rolls, and then when it turns black, it's the shovel coming out of the dirt. I thought that was pretty cool.
What'd you think of the Headless Girlfriend? Did you like those scenes, Andrew? He's like, oh yeah, that's a negative.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. I had some inappropriate comments at some of the scenes.
We all did. We all
Like
did.
when the head lands on his lap, I'm like, hey, there's your opportunity. Go for it.
I believe you said I would force it onto my dick. I believe was your exact phrasing. So don't you try and worm away from that one. Because I said, me too, brother.
Do you guys think the slapstick comedy stuff in this movie worked?
I liked the concept because, like I said, my favorite demon in the first one was the chick who was just laughing the entire. I like when demons are not like malicious, but they're like you're just fucking with your head. So like her doing the sexy dance, being like "come fuck me" as like a rotting corpse, and him just being like, "oh my god, that's my girlfriend." Like that's fucking insane. But the execution is a weird claymation body doing a poorly framed stop motion
The
dance.
spinning looked alright.
The head spinning looked fine, but when it like rolled down her arm at like 5
Yeah,
frames, yeah, like that, like. But you know, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I can't-
87.
I can't yell. Like, do it with more money. You know, like what am I? I can't complain. I got what I got, and I liked it. I liked the concept.
Did you think the camera work in the first one was better?
Way better.
What
But
about you, Andrew? Did you like the camera work in the first one better?
I'm indifferent on it.
See, my only thing about this movie is the first one played it so slow, then it just fucking went up to 100.
yeah, the build-up was quicker.
This movie, I feel like, was rushed.
Well, the build-up had already happened.
Yeah.
It was picking up at the end of the first one.
You know what? That is another criticism. I thought the pacing was a little weird at times.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have done more with like I said, Ash should have been crazier. Like he should have been like standing in the corner muttering to himself with the shotgun.
Well, that's why I feel like an extra half hour onto this runtime would have been better.
Nah.
Yeah, I could have gone for another half hour. Have some more crazy Ash, then bring the people in.
No,
You know what would have been? You know what would have been a really kind of interesting twist? Is if instead of like Bruce Campbell's character is watching everyone get possessed by demons and stuff, but in reality he's the one who's possessed, and they're all trying to hold him down, and he's just murdering them left and right.
Yeah.
Actually, we were kind of.
And as he's killing his girlfriend, he sees the necklace, and that brings him back. And right when he gets brought back is when the people walk in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool. Because I heard a long time ago the original script for the third movie was going to be him in a mental institute, where they actually did that in a video game.
But that doesn't make
Years
sense
later.
because
No, it's when he gets back they think he's crazy because of everything he's saying.
right.
and
But
he's,
the
like, in
second one
hysterics.
ends with him in the past. Why wouldn't they show that movie? You know what I mean? Why would they just skip straight to? It's like, can you imagine the movie ends with him like and then the next movie is him in a mental hospital, and he's like, I swear to God, I was a knight and there was a dragon, and you're like, I want to see that movie though, please.
And to be fair, they do kind of remake the ending of this movie in the third movie too.
Yeah.
They show the whole thing where he flies through, and when he lands, it's totally different.
Yeah. But
He doesn't like kill the Deadite, and they all praise him. He gets captured and stuff.
But I kind of like that because it feels like an old,
I like how the third one did it.
it feels like old Superman comics where it's like at the end of one issue he's like Superman's drowning Jimmy Olsen, and then at the beginning of the next one, no, I wasn't drowning you, I was just giving you a bath, and then they just continue on with this story, you know. But it rehashes that it turns out Superman was under the control of Black Kryptonite or whatever, and you're like, oh, okay, whatever, man, and you just continue. Like, sure,
He was
rewrite.
baptizing him, Chris.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, sure, rewrite the last issue. I don't give a fuck. Just continue with the story, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I don't mind that they kind of change. The beginning of this one changed the last one, and then the beginning of the next one changes this one.
Army of Darkness is so good. I do want you to watch Army of Darkness one day.
Yeah, we'll do an Army. We should do Army of Darkness and Excalibur.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Both like weird 80s Knights movies.
I honestly wish that they had this story for the first movie so we could have got the effects from the first movie.
Yeah.
It is weird, like, when he had his back against the wall, he did better than when he had, like, a budget.
Well,
Not saying he had a huge budget
hold
with this
on.
movie.
when you don't have a budget, everything has to be perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he got lazy with a budget, but I'm saying with a budget he was able to take probably corners that he couldn't take before.
Yeah.
And I bet there were, and now that he has a bigger budget, there's probably people above him being like, hey, don't spend money there, spend money here.
I just really hate how the guy looked.
Which one?
The
Long neck?
Yeah, the guy who got what's his name's girlfriend.
What? Oh, blonde guy?
Yeah, I hated how he looked. He had like the weird like swelling around his eyes and stuff.
Well, they all have the swelling around their eyes.
Just didn't look good with him. Ash looked good.
I don't even remember the guy's face because he was only a Deadeye for like 5 seconds. You know? Didn't he just like die as soon as he turned because Ash kills him or something?
Mm.
And she's like, why'd you run away, you coward? And then he comes back and just fucking wrecks shit with the hatchet. And then they fall in love because like she just
It's like you killed my boyfriend, now I must be with you.
yeah, it's that whole like animal instinct thing. Like she was scared but she was wet.
I just love the nonsensicalness of him just putting his hand in a fucking chainsaw and using it like that.
It's because he saw the picture.
Beginning of the movie when he goes into the shed, opens it, just chalk outline as a chainsaw.
I thought that was a good gag.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he went in the shed, we're like, oh, he's getting the chainsaw, and then open it and there's no chainsaw. And I think they do that in video games all the time. When you don't have a weapon unlocked, it's just a chalk outline.
Note to self, you owe yourself one chainsaw.
Yeah. And then the headless body runs in with the chainsaw and he just in the right into it.
That didn't look bad.
The gore in the first one was way over the top. This one didn't have as much gore.
Yeah.
This one was more of an action flick.
Mm.
But like Andrew said, it's like it starts off as like a horror movie, and then it's just like, hey, and now he's got a chainsaw hand, and now we're summoning demons, and there's a portal.
I definitely think this is
there's
more...
a hand running around.
I feel like this is more approachable to people because of the comedicness.
The comedicness and just like if you can just go, this is crazy, and just enjoy it, you know. But if you're sitting there being like, wait, what the fuck, you know, and start picking it apart, you hate it.
I just remember the first time I saw this movie, I was probably like 9 or 10.
Yeah,
on Halloween.
I saw it on like Sci-Fi on Halloween.
Well, we went to my neighbor's house and we were watching it, and I'm just like staring at it, like, this is the fucking craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. And then years later, I watched The Evil Dead because I remember it was called The Evil Dead. So I watched the first one. I'm like, where the fuck's the hand part? Like, what's going on?
See, mine was I watched Evil Dead 2, and I was like, rad. And then I found out about Evil Dead 3, right? Because it came on directly after, but for like an hour, like, I don't know, it was on TV. They were playing them back to back. I missed the first one, so I saw the second one, and I was like, this is so cool. And then the third one starts, again, like where and I was like, what? And then I went to KB Toys, and they had an Army of Darkness Ash statue, like him with like the skeletons around him.
Oh, I want that so
And
bad.
I was like, Mom, I need this. And she's like, Army of Darkness, that's dumb.
That thing's worth so much money now.
I know, it was at KB Toys, I remember. I saw it, it was in the center rack, it was right next to a Predator. It was when Alien vs. Predator had come out. So it was right next to that toy. And I was like, which one do I want? And then the guy behind the desk was like, dude, Army of Darkness is cool. I was like, So I experienced with Evil Dead franchise.
I remember KB Toys.
Dude, KB
That's
Toys
a flashback.
and EB Games, man.
Electronic.
Remember Spencer's?
It's still around, man.
Spencer,
Is it really?
Yeah, they're still one of the.
That's what Spirit is. Spencer's own Spirit Halloween.
Spencer,
Wow.
the one in the Warwick Mall is still up, right?
Mm-hmm. In the Providence Place Mall too.
I haven't seen a Spencer's in God knows
I
how
don't think
long.
it's in the Warwick Mall. I think it's only in the Providence Place.
No, isn't it right across from the Buffalo Wild Wings?
Mm-mm.
So gay. I like the Rhode Island Mall. I like how it's run down and gross.
I remember one time I was going.
How is that thing still standing?
Because God wills it.
Later.
Just like God wills everything in this movie. So you say Ash is lucky. I say he's holy.
No, Ash.
Because the head mentions hell. And if he's the savior, that means God chose him to fight.
He has like luck times 100.
Which is, Jesus had luck times 100. He got killed and came back to life. How lucky is that?
Yeah, but somebody just threw him a phoenix down.
No, he was just super lucky. Then he got crucified and then came back to life.
It
Ash
wasn't
is
like our blasphemous talk.
no, because remember how the third one ends? He gets super lucky and winds up in a fucking supermarket. You know what I mean? And he kills the monster and he's like, "What's up?" And it's like, no, it's not lucky. God is teleporting him through time to fight demons.
Give me some sugar, baby.
That'd be my fourth movie. I would straight up be like, yup, Jesus is his buddy, and they're gonna do like buddy cop demon hunting things. It'd be so good if he just leans super hard into Christianity. Come on.
You gotta watch Ash versus the Evil Dead.
I know, everyone tells me that.
It's wicked good.
Nah. You know what we gotta play? The Evil Dead video game. Synergistic uploading, right? Because this will upload by the time the new game's out, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. That's why we did it. There, I justified it for myself. I'm happy.
But yes, Evil Dead 2. I recommend it. I give this one a 9.5 out of 10. What would you give it?
7.
What about you, Andrew?
7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck your 7.
No, it's well. The reason I give it a 7 is I don't like horror movies, but it's a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
But again, that's on me. Nothing against the movie. That's my personal bias.
Yeah, I'm the same with Chris. I'm just I
bet
I could go into a rant about it.
Yeah, if you
And me and Chris are probably on the same page on that.
if you love this shit, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But if this stuff is like meh for you, but it's still good enough. It's still good enough that I fucking sat in
Well, it's
silence.
like the first movie. You guys appreciate it.
I sat in silence for the majority of this film because I was watching it,
Yeah.
not because I'm
This one
Super
definitely
tired.
has you not talk as much through it than the first one.
well because you want to because a lot of the lines are whispered,
Yeah.
and that's kind of a dirty trick. Sam.
I actually had to mute you guys and turn mine up because my copy was super quiet for some
Ours
reason.
was super quiet too, and we thought you like fell asleep.
No. So that must be just the movie the way it is. Like
Yeah.
I had it on VLC, I had it cranked up to 125%.
Well, it's one of those things that when it's loud, they want you to know it's loud.
Like Saving Private Ryan,
Yeah.
how it goes from like whispers to fucking artillery strikes. What was another movie we saw where it was like that? Where it was like we were like, "What?" and then the explosion would happen, and we'd have to run for the fucking TV and tap the down button.
Yeah, but let us know how you think Ash would do in World War II. Think he'd live? You think he'd kill some Nazis
Yeah,
with a chainsaw?
Jesus is
That's
on.
what I want to see. Ash versus Nazis.
That could be the fourth one. The Nazis find the Necronomicon. Or no, make it World War One, so it's like an Indiana Jones kind of Pulp Fiction-y thing. Because he doesn't play a gritty. He plays like an Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
like kind of just a guy who's like tough as shit and gets by the seat of
He
his
gets the
pants.
shit beat out of him. In
I
this movie.
love watching heroes get their ass like it.
Yeah.
It sucks. This is one of my complaints about a lot of Arnold movies. He doesn't get his ass kicked.
Well, you don't watch an Arnold movie to see him get his ass.
But that's what made Raw Deal awesome. Dude was getting punched in the face all the time.
Yeah.
Like, he got fucking. He got kneed in the face a couple times. Arnold never gets kneed in the face, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I like this one. I like when heroes get fucking scratched up and shit. I think it looks cool.
Yeah. I wish he still talked.
Okay, how would Ash do in Metal Gear? He's crazy enough that you'd be like
He'd run in like how I play, just run and gun.
like Solid Snake would be sneaking through a mission and he'd hear a chainsaw, and then Ash would be like, "This is a Hertzberg 300 RPM," and he'd start talking about his chainsaw and it'd like
Then he
zoom
gets
in.
shot.
And then Snake's like, "Chainsaw," and then bleep, bleep, Snake, that's a chainsaw. You know?
You need to run away.
Every Metal Gear game ever.
But yes. Thanks for watching.
Chad plays with toys still.
Son of a...